Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Tan Tennis channel. Today I will do a review on the new Babolat Pure Aero Rafa 2023, the new bubblegum paint job. This one is a standard series with 290 gram unstrung weight, not the Rafa Origin with 317 gram unstrung. So it's more applicable for any players and much easier to swing with. You may probably confuse between the Pure Aero 2023 and the Pure Aero Rafa. They are both in the Pure Aero line, but what are the differences between them? Well, you will find out in this video. For the format of this review, I will playtest 3 rackets in order. The first one is the Pure Aero Rafa, the last version just briefly, and then move on to the new 2023 version of the Pure Aero Rafa to see what's the update on this racket. And then I will compare it with the standard Pure Aero and point out the key differences and which one you should buy. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tennis content. And if you want to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below. Thanks. Okay, first the Pure Aero Rafa 2021. I will go through this racket just briefly because it's not my focus. Overall, it has a stiff and hollow feel. It's kinda sluggish with its thick beam. I don't feel like it cut through the air that fast. The swing path needs to be really low to high to bring out the racket potential. Spin was really good. I can see the ball bouncing higher than usual. The launch angle on my normal shot is medium, not high. But if I really want a top spin with brushing the ball kind of swing, the launch angle could go a lot higher. The racket is very powerful in general, probably too much for me. On the control, I would say it doesn't have that good of a control. I don't feel the accuracy of the racket, especially on direction. Even when I aim in the middle when practice, I keep hitting it with variance to left and right unintentionally. The racket doesn't have good stability at 3 and 9. And at the contact point, I can feel the racket twist very often. Also, the way the racket contacts the ball is a bit weird. It's like the racket really forces me to hit with a lot of topspin, otherwise the ball is gonna go into the net. Let's move on to the new bubblegum version. First impression, I think it's easier to hit with than the previous version. The beam seems to be the same, but I don't know why it feels not as stiff as the previous one, and more dampened and solid. Despite having a higher stiffness rating on the paper with 69 versus 67 on the previous generation. And I strung the new one with the RPM Blast versus Solingo Hyper G Soft on the old one, so theoretically it should be stiffer. So this comes as a surprise to me. On the stability, I think it's still unstable with racket face flips at contact, but I think it's a bit better. Feels more reliable with this one. Also, I can hit my backhand very easy and powerful enough. The racket is fast and can handle fast game pretty efficient. The bubblegum arrow is powerful, but I think it has a bit more control to power balance. It offers easy power, but I feel like I'm more in control and have more confidence to go big on the attack. The racket is lighter and more maneuverable than the previous version. It goes through the air faster, and I can get a faster racket head speed without losing control. Overall, you can see in the video that I hit with a lot faster pace with the bubblegum than the yellow one. I can go with full swing, hitting the ball deep with pace, while on the yellow Pure Aero, I feel like I can go 70% maximum. Otherwise, I will send the ball fly in the back. On the spin, well, I would say both have very great spin potential. Can't confirm which one is more spinny at full potential. But I believe that the new one is more predictable and accessible on the spin department. And it goes better with my normal ground strokes. The previous one feels like I have to force the spin out on some angle. The launch angle on the new one is higher in general, and I can hit with a non-topspin shots more effectively as well. I don't feel like it's gonna go in the net like the previous version. The control on the new version, I would say it's better. Both on the depth control and direction, it still gives me a bit extra to my need when I want to change direction, but it's way better than the previous generation. You may probably say it because of the string and the tension, etc. etc. Yes, it could be partially, but this is another good thing about the new racket. It's less string sensitive. I can string it with stiffer string at higher tension and still be comfortable playing with it. While on the yellow one, I only go with soft poly at lower tension, otherwise it's gonna be too much on my arms. And as I said before, I can go with more full swing on this racket. Yes, sometimes I overhit, but I have more confidence to hit harder in general. On the serve, first serve is powerful on both of them, but I don't feel like it generates a killer heavy service ball. On the second serve, I like the new one more. I can get a lot of spin and I can see the ball curve out on slide serve. Meanwhile, I think I get faster second serve on this racket while remains reliable. On the return, well, needs to be a bit more cautious because it's really powerful and you could overhit very easily. At the net, the good thing is that the racket is fast. I can move well with it. Blocking the ball seems to be very effective. The downside is that it's a bit too launchy and trampoline-y. I struggle a bit with balls that come past the net and dip down to the knee level. It bounces out pretty often. Okay, so what are the differences between the Rafa and the standard one? Why Babolat confuses us with two product lines that are different but are in the same family? Well, to make it easy to understand, I think the Pure Aero Rafa is specialized in spin, while the standard Pure Aero is more of a all-round racket that suits a wider range of players. Overall, I think my ground strokes go more natural with the standard version. It doesn't require you to hit with like extreme topspin on every shot. You can also hit flat with this racket just fine. It works with full extended swing as well as shorter compact swing. It has a more dense string pattern in the middle of the string bed, and it has better control to power ratio. I could say that this racket has less power and spin than the Rafa, but it gives you a better control as well. I think Babolat tries to produce a twin racket that has more control to attract more players that want a bit more control but don't want to go full 90 square inches. To elaborate on this, I think the Pure Aero Rafa is like the V-Core 100 or the E-Zone 100, a powerful and spin machine, while the standard Pure Aero 100 is like the Headspeed MP, a twinner racket with extra control provided. In summary, I think the new Bubblegum Pure Aero Rafa is an improvement from the yellow Rafa on mostly everything. You can still get that plenty of power and spin, but you get better control with it. So why not? If you're using the yellow Rafa and not sure whether to upgrade, well, I think you should. The only thing that I don't like is the new paint job. I prefer the yellow/orange version better. Should you buy the new Pure Aero Rafa or the standard version of the Pure Aero 100? Well, I think it depends on your game and your swing. If you're really into topspin game and want extra power, play mostly behind the baseline, then go with Rafa. But if you have an all-court game, you want powerful and spin-friendly racket that has a bit more control, then standard Pure Aero is probably the answer. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.